Welcome to Hernando Beach, Florida. I'm going to take you around today and give you a tour of Hernando Beach. So if you're thinking of buying something here, you know exactly what it's like to live here as far as the restaurants, the bars, the different communities and things to do here as well. So we're here on Hernando Beach North with the beautiful water in the background. Let's dive right into the tour. So guys, Hernando Beach, Florida is situated about 45 minutes north of Tampa and right on the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of unique terrain and shape is formed by coastal mining and lots of dredging out here as well. And it's a really great place. There's only about 2,500 people or so that live out here, but it really is its own little tiny community. Everybody knows everybody and think shorts and flip-flops. That's kind of the name of the game out here. Very Margaritaville-ish kind of feel. Lots of tiki bars, lots of fresh seafood restaurants. However, no real beach, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on here. But let's take a drive around some of the communities and give you guys a feel for what some of the homes are like, and let's take a dive into Brian's place across the road here and see what all the food is about. Hi guys, so we're here at Brian's place, which is a really awesome fusion restaurant out on Hernando Beach. It's probably one of my favorite places. We come here sometimes for birthdays, anniversaries. Really solid lunch menu featuring a lot of fresh fish, but it's really the dinner in the evening time where it comes alive. So there's a lot of really good fresh seafood restaurants out on Hernando Beach, and we're going to take a look at a couple of them today, but definitely hold a special place for Brian's place. So be sure to come and check it out on Shoreline Boulevard. You're going to be impressed by the food, and they always do great specials on things like Mother's Day as well. So be sure to check it out. So guys, we're in Hernando Beach South, and this is the only deed restricted homeowners association part of Hernando Beach. So you'll see that things here are a little more uniform. The houses kind of look the same, and there are some restrictions as to what you can and can't do on the property as well. So if you do like the deed restrictions, but you want to be on the waterfront, you can be in Hernando Beach South. However, it is worth noting that although they have a community boat ramp, it's not direct Gulf access. So what that means is to get out to the open waters of the Gulf, you're going to have to go through a boat lift. And there's basically a 25-foot limit on that and a 3-ton limit. So if you want direct Gulf access, that's going to be Hernando Beach North. But of course, that puts you into a different price point as well. So this is the more affordable area of Hernando Beach. The homes here are absolutely gorgeous. But it is worth noting if you're a very keen boats person, you have a larger boat, then you might want to reconsider where you're at. But Hernando Beach North, like I said, is a lot pricier. Hernando Beach South, the homes are going to start around about $325, $350 for some of the older, very small homes. But typically the price point is going to be around about $450, $500, and they do go up as high as $850, $900. I've seen them in here, but they are pretty much under $1 million because of the indirect Gulf access. So Hernando Beach South, for any of you guys looking for a little bit more bang for your buck in Hernando Beach, is a great option for people. So guys, you're going to see right behind me here the boat lift that I was talking about. So like I said, about 25 foot and 3 tons is the limit for the boat lift, but that really is only half the tale. So if you follow me along over here, you will see that you also need to be able to clear the bridge behind me as well. So that's about a 6 or 7 foot clearance when the tide is a little bit lower. So a couple of things that you want to consider if you're moving to Hernando Beach and have a boat with the direct versus indirect Gulf access is whether your boat would even fit on the lift and then fit under the bridge as well. So just some things to consider for you guys. Now guys, while I'm here, I just want to talk about the schools real quick. So if you're here in Hernando Beach, you're going to be zoned for Westside Elementary, Fox Middle, or Weeki Wachee High School. Just be aware that because there's only one way in, one way out of Hernando Beach down Shoreline Boulevard, it is a little bit removed, so those times to get to school might be a little longer than you're used to depending on where you're from. It is a little bit more remote out here, but that's also part of the appeal. I mean, just look behind me, how can you beat that? As always, I'm going to send you guys to the Great Schools website, where there are ways where you can check their ranking both locally, statewide, and then have impartial reviews from parents about the schools as well. So definitely go and check out Great Schools and put those schools in there and see what it's all about. There are also some magnet options and some private options. Again, you'll find out more about those on that website. All right guys, so we're on Hernando Beach North now. Now like I said, the main distinguishing factor is that you have the direct Gulf access, so you're literally on the open Gulf in a matter of minutes on some of these little inlets here, and there is no HOA deed restrictions either. You'll see the houses are a little bit more mixed, so you'll see some of the single level homes as we drive by here, which they're not building anymore out here due to the flood regulations, but they are mixed around in Hernando Beach North, and the price point, like I said, is a little bit higher. So they're going to start for the single story, smaller homes around about, again, $325. You might be lucky to pick one up for on a good day. But the high end is really where it steps away from Hernando Beach South. The higher end homes in here are going to be anywhere upward of 2 million really, but regularly homes are selling out here for 900, a million, $1.1 million, $1.2 million, depending on where they are as far as the Gulf access goes. So the closer you get to the end of the inlets and to the closer you get to the direct Gulf, the higher you're going to find the price go. Now, one thing to be aware of is, of course, flood insurance, and that seems to be continually increasing price-wise. So you're just going to want to make sure you have a good grasp on flood insurance if you're moving out to Hernando Beach, because I think you're sure as heck going to want it, even though it's not required if you buy the house cash. But you'll see here as we drive by some of the beautiful waterfront properties, the gorgeous open waters. It really is paradise out here. How cool would it be to live where people vacation? So guys, I hope you're enjoying this little tour of Hernando Beach. If it's your first time on the channel, be sure to hit the notifications bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video about what it's like living in Spring Hill, Brooksville, Hernando Beach, Wesley Chapel, and the greater Tampa Bay area. As you probably know by now, I am a local real estate expert. So if you need any advice about moving to the area, be sure to reach out to me and my team. We help about 200 families a year, and we'd love to help you navigate the process. So guys, I'm up here at the top of the observation tower at the Linda Pedersen Park, and we also have behind us here Jenkins Creek Park, where you can go and fish out on the pier. Over here they have, like I said, the observation tower, some picnic tables, pavilions. You can go launch your kayak or canoe into the river back here. So it's a really, really cool spot. About 125, 130 acres total. A really, really great place to go exploring, and they're always doing something fun nearby here as well. So they also have Swamp Fest down in Hernando Beach, which is well worth checking out. Lots of vendors, lots of live music, and it's really hustling and bustling down here for those couple of days. But one of the main reasons you're going to love Hernando Beach, guys, is the views. I mean, just check that out behind me and tell me that's not right off of a postcard. Now, some of the other parks they have here do have some man-made beaches, although they don't have it right here. So I'm thinking again of Pine Island, which is about 3 or 4 acres. It just reopened. They have beach volleyball there. They have some concessions, kids playground. That's right out on the Gulf. So that's the Gulf access, or the seawater as it were, out there on a peninsula. Fun place to go for a couple of hours. If you want the real beach experience though, you're probably going to want to go a little further south. Clearwater Beach, St. Pete Beach, one of those famous ones that are ranked amongst the best in the country. And then there's also Rogers Park, just about a mile or so up the road here north on Shoreline Boulevard. Now that's a man-made beach again, about 3 acres or so, but that's on fresh water, not on the seawater. So if that's more your speed, you'll want to check that out. Again, they have some beach volleyball there. They also have a restaurant right by there as well. And I've actually seen manatees there myself in person before. So it's a really, really cool place to hang out again for a couple of hours. And just one of the many, many parks they have around here. So one of the crown jewels of Weeki Wachee is without a doubt the preserve. It's 11,000 acres of preserve land, and there's about 5.5 miles of walking trails, biking trails. You can also bring your dog out here as well. You can do some fishing, there's even some hunting. You can launch kayaks, there's camping, there's little picnic areas. There's really a whole bunch to do out here. The locals absolutely love it. So when I say it's a hidden gem, it took me about 15 years of living in Hernando County before I even discovered this and realized it was here. So I truly mean it's a hidden gem. And while I'm talking about hidden gems, let me tell you about a few more of my favorites. So I have mentioned already about the Bayport Inn, but also be sure to check out Hernando Beach Tropical Grill for restaurants. They sometimes do a special on the lobster rolls, but it's right on the waterfront. It's like a tiki bar feel. Super, super cool place. But also La Bella Napoli, which is an Italian restaurant, which you wouldn't necessarily think about for Hernando Beach, but it's absolutely awesome. One of my family's favorites as well. So be sure to check that out. And then the final thing I want to mention is the Weeki Wachee Springs State Park, or the Mermaid Park as it's known locally. This is really, really famous throughout the nation. It's amazing how many people I bump into throughout the country, and when I tell them where I'm from and then mention Weeki Wachee, they say, oh, where the mermaids are. So be sure to check that out. It's truly a one-of-a-kind experience. It's great for kids, great for adults, and they're still doing live mermaid shows. And if you're struggling to picture what that is, either go there and check it out or look it up online. It's really just, like I said, one-of-a-kind, fantastic experience. So hopefully you're enjoying checking out some of these places, but Reserve is not to be slept on. Now, one of the great things, of course, about Hernando Beach is the easy access to a whole bunch of water activities. So you can do boat rentals, you can do kayaks, you can do jet skis as well. I'm here at the Blue Pelican Marina, where if you have a boat and you want to dry store it, you can do that as well. So plenty of options here at the boat ramp as people are launching out behind us. But there's nothing more fun than taking a boat out to the flats and just mooring up, having some food, maybe a beer or two, and just enjoying all that the Florida weather has to offer and all the benefits that come along with it. So if you are a water fan, you're going to absolutely love Hernando Beach. Also, one thing to note is the scalloping season. So the bay scallops are a little sweeter, a little more tender than the sea scallops. The season normally runs from July through September, June through September, around about that time frame. So that's always fun to do here as well. So be sure to explore all Hernando Beach has to offer. Let's go take a look at one of the other places. So guys, we're a little bit north of Hernando Beach now. We're in Weeki Wachee Gardens, which technically isn't part of Hernando Beach. So I'm taking a little bit of artistic license here, but hey, it's my tour and I'm the guide, so you're with me for the long run here. But you'll see as we drive around here, the homes here are much different. So you can see there's actually some mobile homes. There's also some really, really nice higher end homes mixed in as well. So really, really big mixed bag of properties. But of course it does make it more affordable. Now this is mainly river access. It's not Gulf access. But the prices here, you can pick something up for one of the mobile homes, maybe even around 200, 250. Might need a little bit of work. And then the single family homes, some of the newer, nicer built properties are gonna be maybe up around 750, 800. But the majority of the homes are gonna be kind of sub 500, particularly a lot up in the 3s and 4s. So if you're looking to stretch your money a little bit further, you might want to consider Weeki Wachee Gardens just north of Hernando Beach. So guys, that's going to do it for our video tour of Hernando Beach. I hope you enjoyed following me around today and learning a little bit more about it. As always, like I said, if you have any questions about what it's like to live here or how to move here, buy a property here, be sure to reach out to me and the team. We sell over 200 homes a year. We'd love to help you be the next person. But until next time, be sure to check out our other videos. I'm Ross Hardy from the Hardy team. It's time to love where you live.